In the previous video, we talked about some basic endgame ideas. Today I want to show you 3 endgames that decide real games. They look simple, but most players get them wrong under pressure. Let's start with the position that looks equal at the first. It's the third versus third pawns. These pawns versus these pawns. The move the white need to do is b6 is the single move that win the game. Now we're gonna analyze what happened if he beat with a b6 or c take b6. Let's go first with c take b6. In this position we need to play a6. It's a very good move because open this way for the c pawn. Now he need to take our pawn and now we go c6. After that a5, c7, a4, c8 and we got a queen and he doesn't have what to do and we won the game here. But what happened if he doesn't take with this pawn and take with the a pawn? It's very simple. We make the same thing but in the mirror. We move c6. If we take, we go a6 and we transform with the queen very easily. But what happened if we done after the take and we move a6 and he doesn't take our pawn? If he doesn't take this pawn and says, let's say he take this pawn, it's simple for us. We transform again by taking the other pawn of him. That endgame many players mistakenly doesn't see the b6 move up after that. It's a very simple one and you need to know it because it wins many games. Let's go with the second one. The second one is the Lucenna game. It's a fine endgame where you have one pawn and rook and the opponent just a rook. Let me show you step by step. That's a little bit harder, but not impossible. First, we give a check. We give rook d1 because this is very good because attack the king and now we have more space for our king. We need to go rook e7. Uh, Normal move. Now we play rook d5 for preparing to come with the king and can put the rook in the face of the king to can transform the pawn. Now let's say he attack our rook. King a6. With king a6 he attacks our rook, but that's not a problem. We go back rook d4, one square back. If he come after us with king a5, many players do that, it's a very common move. Now we simply play rook b4 in the face of our pawn to can try to promote our pawn. Now if let's say he come with the king back to us, king d6 because we leave him some space. Move simple king c8. After let's say he play give us a check. Now we have a very interesting move, king d8. And now if you want to try to checkmate us with rook h2 and the checkmate here is not his lucky time because we have queen b8 with check at the king and after that he also lose the rook. And now we have a win position. But let's say he doesn't play here king f5. Let's say he play king x7 trying to maintain the position easily. Now we can go out with the king. King c7 trying to promote. He need to give the us a check because he doesn't have what to do, how to keep the position. After the check we go king b6. It's a good move because prepare the promote. He need to give another check. Now it's interesting, we need to know to come right there, right here, king c6. That's the good move and now he got us is he give another check. Here is the best move white need to know. King b5, prepare to put a rook on in the face of his rook. Now if play rook b2, we play rook b4. We need to trade the rooks and after that we transform easily. Now, but what if he doesn't play here, doesn't play another check and play rook b1 standing? We play smart, rook d5, trying to put our rook in b5 to transform again. He doesn't have to do, let's say he give us a check, we come again rook b to a king b6, he give a check and put again the rook b5 and after that is the win position very easily for us. That's another move he can make. Now let me show you something else. Let's say he just say rook a1. He doesn't do anything else. He just wait for us. Now we go with the king, king c7 easily. If he can give us a check, king b6, preparing the same thing. He need to check us. We play king c6. He give a check. And now we play again the best move, king b5, preparing rook b4. Now if we give a check, we put rook b4 and trade, and transform the queen. Now if he doesn't play, let's say here at the beginning of the position, let's see right here. Here if he doesn't play king a6 wanting to attack our rook, and he plays something like rook a1 standing and waiting for us to come. Now we can play easily king c7, going be ready to promote. You need to give a check. Now king b6, you need to give again a check. And now rook b5 again and again, how the same thing, and we promote. That's the second endgame. It's a very interesting game because many players are in this position and they doesn't know how to win it. This is the Lucenna endgame. Let's go with the next one. The third one, the last one, is the bishop and the knight versus just the king. That's most common. Is you don't see that too much, but it's very important to know to win it, because sometimes you may be gonna be in this position and you don't know how to win it. Let me explain by step for you. First, we need to go to put his king on this way of the board, something like the hey. On this line we need to put him, or this line. In these lines we need to put him, his king, to be easily for us to checkmate him. These are the most important lines to can checkmate. We need to go to force his king to be on this side of the board. Let me show you. First, we come with the king. Simple, not that hard. His objective is to stay in the center of the board. He wants to stay in the center with the king, but we are not letting him. Let's say we play knight here. He plays something like that to try to stay in the center. We play the king here, waiting for him to move. We come with the bishop. We need to move. We simple takes his squares. We are not trying to do too much. Now he need to go here. Now he doesn't have this square. He need to go here. After that we take this square of him. Now he is kinda complicated. He doesn't have this squares, doesn't have this square, this or this. Let's say he come here. Now we already put him on the A line. It's very good for us. Now let's say he plays the single move f5, and now I'm gonna show you the best maneuver to win the game. Now we may need to make a T letter. Let me show you what I mean by that. And we need to go to put him at to go to the square where is the color of the bishop. If the bishop is on the white square, you need to go with his king on the white square right here on the A8. Let me show you. Let's say we play bishop d5. Now he doesn't want to go here because he knows he's gonna get easily checkmate, and he come here. We move bishop c4 for tempo. He need to go back here, the single move, and now we make this T. This is the most important thing in this endgame. To make this T is the most important thing. Now he have only one move, and now we play key. Most important thing is to place the knight on d6, not d4, d6. It's in position like that, to come right that, not like that, like that. Let's say he want try to escape. If he try to escape, we come our knight. Here he want to escape, but we don't have any problem here. We come easily with the knight. After that, we give a check. He need to go back here. Now we come with the king here. He need to go back on the a8, and now we prepare something for him. Now we wait for the tempo, and again we make the T. That's very important. We need to make the T when he is at the move. Now he have only one move. Now we doesn't want to do again knight f5. It's not a good move to try because we don't have another square here, and we don't do this move. Now we go in the another way, knight c5, preparing the checkmate trap. Now he have to move king b8 and knight e6 easily. Now king a8. and bishop c6 and checkmate. This was the third endgame, the last one. It was a very interesting endgame. Maybe you don't see this endgame very often, but it's very important to know it because it happens a lot of time, and if you don't know, you maybe draw a game is what for you a win game. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed these three endgames. It is very important to know these endgames because if you know it, you can win many games. If you enjoyed, smash the subscribe button and tell me in the comments what you want to see more from me. See you on the next one. Bye.